Good morning, folks. Rodney here. Hope everybody is doing well. I am sitting here and just trying to figure out the weather here. It's crazy. All right. The jets are up. Let's get this bird in the air. And we're actually going to have sunrise this morning. B-Rad, good morning. Dennis Lovelady, good morning. Danny, good morning. All right. So, I came out this morning around 5:15, 5:30. Actually, it was closer to 6. And it was cloudy. And just a little over an hour, it's not cloudy anymore. It's cloudy, but not like it was. I mean, you couldn't see any stars. However, yeah, the sky does have a lot of nice colors this morning. That is for sure. In fact, that is so nice. I think I'm going to take a picture. I like that big orange spot right there. I believe that is where the sun will be coming up at. Joel, Skyfly Network, good morning. So the microphone I am using this morning is the DJI Mic 3. It is the first use of it. It's really cool. I'm hoping the batteries will last longer than the other one did. But the Hollyland didn't do too bad, but I just like these DJI mics for some reason. So I went ahead and bought one and thought I'd give it a shot. Let's see here. We got Chris Hope in the house. We got 20 Rob Bob. RP Guy 4. Good morning. Good morning, Chris Hope. Good morning, 20 Robob. Hope you guys are doing well. Chris, I hope you're feeling better, brother. So I am zoomed in at 2.9x. And I think I'm going to leave it like that for a bit. Well, I may be switching back and forth. But I think I'm just going to leave it like that. So it's going to be another cold day. It's in its 30s. But there's no wind. Again, there's no wind. The lake is even more of a mirror today than it was yesterday. That is crazy. But not a breath of wind at all. I've got my usual on. I got my hoodie on. I got my coat on. I got my jeans on. And I'm hardly even cold yet. Now, that's not to say I won't get cold in a little bit because, you never know. Sunrise is at 7:25 again this morning. So we will see. Let me see what time it is. It's 7:16, so we got a few minutes. And I'm reluctant to fly around because yesterday I heard some gunshots. So I assume there's geese hunters in the area, and Lord knows, man, seems like all the Canadian geese just come right down here to this field over here. So I'm kind of reluctant to fly around because of that. They may mistake my drone for a goose, and we couldn't have that now, could we? Ooh. Okay. So, oh, wait a minute. What did I accidentally hit the zoom, I guess. But that's where the sun is going to come up. It looks like it's got some clouds, and that's probably why it's so orange. But I'm going to leave it right there for the moment. And I can attest to that. Rodney lives and goose heaven. Yeah, that's right, Dennis. Dennis can verify that because he came and visited me one time, and I took him and showed him all these geese. This field over here, in fact, I'll point to it. That field right there. That field right there is just covered with geese and seabirds. So there's a mixture there, and it gets crazy full. In fact, I wonder. Well, I don't know where they're at now, but anyway, that's the field that is always covered with geese. And Dennis saw it. So, at least I know he'll believe me. Just kidding, of course. But let's get back to the sunset. Oh, look at that. Oh, I have definitely got to zoom in on that, take a picture, man. That is sweet. That is a nice one. So anyway, I got some pictures. Johnny Dronefly, good morning, my brother. D-Man, 52 Drones. Dave, good morning. Nick, FTFO Media, good morning. Making sure I haven't missed anybody here. Joel, Skyfly Network. I'm pretty sure I said good morning to you, but just to make sure, I'm going to say good morning again. So it looks like we got the entire Sunrise crew in the house. Dennis is in the chats, Mr. Hope is in the chats, and Johnny Dronefly is in the chats. The only one that isn't in the chats is that Rodney Bell fella. He ain't in the chats. I can't find your song list. Oh, B-Rad, I got a whole list of songs I'm going to sing, and it's going to be a surprise. Michael, Cool Cat O, good morning, my friend. Slagger. Yeah, that Rodney Bell is a slagger, isn't he? Alright, so the colors have changed again. I am not sure we're actually going to see the sun, but I'll hang out here for a little bit longer. Well, let's see what time it is. It is 7:22, so that sun should be coming up. Man, look at the clouds. Look at those clouds. I gotta get a snapshot of that. That is just so awesome. It is definitely a beautiful sky this morning, my friends. Definitely a beautiful sky. Can't beat a sky like that. And that's the neat thing about sunrises. You never know from day to day what you're going to see in a sunrise. And of course, I've said it all before. When I was in the Navy and at sea, man, sunrise and sunsets were as beautiful as they could be. So that sun is going to come up. In fact, if I hurry, we are going to see the sunrise. And it's right there. Here comes the sun, doo-doo-doo-doo. Here comes the sun. Ken, place it here. Good morning, my friend. So we did get to see the sun, and we'll watch that puppy come up. In fact, I think I'm gonna switch to video and take a little video of it. Uh-oh, I'm buffering. I hope I'm not buffering with you guys. Oh, okay, there it went. Flying Flynn Media, good morning, Brother John. Not buffering here? Well, that's good. Just on my end, I guess. B-Rad got some buffer. Yes, sir. It's a beautiful sky. Alright, so much for the video. I'm going to switch back to camera because I want to take a picture. Nice. Alrighty. Yeah, that's a nice picture, it really is. And I'll take that picture, and then I'll switch back to 3 because I like that one better, I think. That's a nice one. Philip Koshat, good morning and thank you. Yes, sir. It is a beautiful sunrise. Brad, are you Brother Bob Casey? Good morning. Glad you could join us in the chat this morning, brother. Well, like I said earlier, I'm not going to do a whole lot of flying around. I haven't heard any gunshots lately, so maybe it'll be okay, but I'm just not going to take that chance. these duck hunters around here get kind of, yeah, well, what's the word I'm looking for? Enthusiastic. So, but anyway. So I think what I'm going to do is just go ahead and bring it down and turn you over to Dennis. So as I start to descend, now here's the part that I like. I like these trees coming up into the video. It almost looks like they're growing in front of your eyes. Okay, wait a minute here. Gotta get that picture. Alright, we'll bring her on down. Alrighty. Oh, let me go over here and get this drone. Anyway, folks, I hope you have a great Sunday. Anyway, Dennis Lovelady is coming up next. He'll be followed by Chris Hope. And following Chris Hope will be Johnny Drone Flyer with Drones and Coffee. Folks, it's a pleasure to do this for you every weekend. I know Dennis and Chris and Johnny feel the same way. So I just want you to know that we do appreciate you being in the chat, because for some of you it gets awful early. Anyway, folks, say a prayer for our country. Say a prayer for our men and women in uniform. Say a prayer for our first responders. Say a prayer for those that are in need of prayer. And the Lord knows who they are. Anyway, folks, you have a great day, and we'll see you over at Dennis's house. Love y'all. Bye now. All right, I'll probably wave again anyway, because I gotta go like that. I gotta go like that. I'll do